Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. I just wanted to give you guys a quick video on why I support people starting businesses because lately I've been getting a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot, it's about a handful of DMs asking me why I tell people to start their own business. Okay. And the fact of the matter is that if you really want to own property, okay, the highest level of property you're going to own is going to be the property that you actually built. It is not simply land, gold, or any other resource. It's actually the resource that you built. Let me read some excerpts from this article. 31 years ago, Steve Jobs shared the best reason you should start your own business, even if it's just a side hustle. While it has nothing to do with money or success, it has everything to do with you. Maybe you think you're too invested in your career to start a business, or too settled, comfortable, or even too old. Then again, a study found the most successful entrepreneurs tend to be middle-aged, even in the tech sector. Researchers compiled a list of 2.7 million company founders who hired at least one employee between 2007 and 2014 and found that the average startup founder was 45 years old when they founded the most successful tech companies. In general terms, a 50-year-old entrepreneur was almost twice as likely to start an extremely successful company as a 30-year-old. Let me say something real quick. I know in marketing, we got these, exceptionally gifted people, right? And these exceptionally gifted people are young, like, Mark Zuckerberg, Jack Dorsey, etc. But the fact and data shows that, hey, if you're older, you will have more success with a business. Now, here's the deal, okay? And this is just my honest opinion. Even though older people have a easier time having more success with their business, it's better to start young. Why? So you can just get a taste of it. Just a taste. Now let's listen to Steve Jobs real quick. What if your business doesn't become widely successful? According to Steve Jobs, there's a broader reason to take the entrepreneurial plunge, even if you only dip a toe in the side hustle waters. While Jobs refers to consultants, the premise definitely applies to being an employee. I think that without owning something over an extended period of time, like a few years, where you have the chance to take responsibility for your recommendations, where you have to see your recommendations through all action stages and accumulate scar tissue for the mistakes and pick yourself up off the ground and dust yourself off, you learn a fraction of what you can. Coming in and making recommendations and not owning the results, not owning the implications, provides a fraction of the value and a fraction of the opportunity to learn to be better. Without the experience of actually doing it, you never get three-dimensional. Let me explain something. Okay. A lot of times you're taught that in order to do a business, you need to understand things from a technical perspective, which is somewhat true. But the misunderstanding is that business is technical. That's a big misunderstanding that a lot of people engage in. So there are plenty of founders, right? For instance, you got people like Jack Ma from China. He founded Alibaba. He has a degree in, I believe, English. All right. He's a Chinese individual with a degree in English. And he founded an internet company. How so? Because he brought together a network, a community of people that are willing to work together and produce that in the first place. That's what he was capable of doing. Right? Now, let's take this even further. You're a quote unquote technical proficient engineer and you want to start an engineering company. You can know all the designs, all the technical parameters regarding so and so document. But if you don't know how to sell to people, then your business doesn't just scale. It doesn't, happen. It just ceases to exist. See, what people misunderstand is that a business person does multiple jobs. And you've been conditioned that you're really only doing one job. Okay. You got your sales team, you got your marketing team, you got HR, you got management, you got your engineering team, you got, quality control, etc. When you're starting out, especially in the entrepreneurial stage, you're doing all of that stuff at once. This is why many of times I always recommend that if you're just starting out in business, I take the easier, businesses to start with. You could do resale, you can do consulting, you can do tutoring, you can do commentary, you can do entertainment. Okay, those are the 5 easiest businesses you can start with. And even if let's even get this, not even to a business standpoint, just to make quick money, you can do those 5 things. Okay, you don't even have to start that as a business. You can start that as a side hustle, or you could make that something you can do on the side. Of course, they have their pros and cons, but those can allow you to upskill yourself in the long term and have success down the line. Another thing, and this isn't talked as much, but typically speaking, a lot of people who graduate top of their class, valedictorian, salutatorian, all these groups of people, many of them don't necessarily engage in innovative change. They go into higher up established boutique, I shouldn't even say boutique, but highly established companies. And then they have success within said companies. They don't build their own. Let me give you an example. Okay. And I'm not trying to undermine, the people from this group, but you look into South Korea. Okay. They have a myriad of chaebols, right? You have a couple of these super conglomerate companies, which account for, I believe, like half their, GDP. Like, imagine if there were just, let's say, I don't know, 5 to 10 companies in the United States of America that just accounted for half of the United States GDP. That's South Korea. All right. And many South Koreans are conditioned from the day they were born that they're going to, study, do school for 10, 16 hours a day. And they're only going to get 4, 5, 6 hours worth of sleep. Okay. Now, these are extremely smart people. I believe from the IQ ranges, they, are the highest within the world with, Chinese, Japanese, etc. But the point I'm trying to get at is they don't start many businesses. They're extremely talented. They're smart, but they don't start many businesses. When you're doing a business, it's completely different from a job. That's why many times I don't even like recommending people to think of a business as a job, because I don't know what job you did before. If you had a job that made you do a myriad of tasks and projects and allow you to initiate, okay, maybe you'll have a easier time. But if you came from like a fast food background, etc., you might not have good of a time. Being a business person gives you all the responsibilities, but also gives you a lot of the control. At the end of the day, you can go to any of these companies. Okay. I believe there was a movie. It was with Ben Affleck. I believe it's called The Company's Men, right? He's an individual. He's making a lot of money. He has all the accolades, etc. He's accomplished. But you know what? Later on, he gets fired. He tries to go to a whole bunch of other, job fairs, etc. And guess what? They don't care. You're just another employee. When you have your own business, your business's success and its failures are dependent upon you. That's all I got to say. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment, like, and have a great day. Bye.